Weather Wonders. Exploring the science of rain, snow, and thunderstorms. Did you know? The weather around us is always changing, and there's a lot of science behind it. Let's dive into the fascinating world of weather patterns and learn about some cool phenomena like rain, snow, and thunderstorms. First up, rain. Raindrops form when tiny droplets of water in the clouds come together and get heavy enough to fall to the ground. Rain is essential for plants to grow and keeps our rivers and lakes full of water. Next, let's talk about snow. Snowflakes are like tiny ice crystals that form in the clouds when the air is very cold. When enough snowflakes come together, they create a beautiful blanket of snow on the ground. Snow is not only fun to play in, but also important for helping plants and animals survive during the cold winter months. And who doesn't love a good thunderstorm? Thunderstorms happen when warm, moist air rises high into the sky and meets cooler air. This collision creates lightning and thunder, along with heavy rain and sometimes even hail. Thunderstorms can be powerful and exciting to watch, but it's essential to stay safe indoors when they happen. Understanding weather patterns helps us prepare for different types of weather and stay safe when they occur. Scientists use special tools like weather satellites and radar to study weather patterns and make forecasts to predict what the weather will be like. So the next time you see raindrops falling from the sky or snowflakes dancing in the air, remember the science behind these amazing weather phenomena. It's all part of the fascinating world of weather patterns.
The amazing journey of plants, exploring the plant life cycle. Plants are incredible living things that go through a special journey called the plant life cycle. Let's take a closer look at this fascinating process. It all starts with a tiny seed. Seeds come in different shapes and sizes, but they all have one thing in common. They're like tiny packages that contain everything a plant needs to grow. When a seed gets enough water, sunlight, and soil, it starts to sprout. Next comes the seedling stage. This is when the tiny sprout grows its first leaves and starts to look like a small plant. The seedling needs lots of water and sunlight to keep growing strong. As the plant grows, it enters the next stage called maturity. This is when it becomes a fully grown plant and starts to produce flowers. Flowers are like nature's way of making new seeds. They attract bees and other insects that help pollinate the flowers, which means transferring pollen from one flower to another. Once the flowers are pollinated, they start to produce seeds. These seeds will eventually fall to the ground and start the cycle all over again. But the plant life cycle doesn't stop there. Some plants, like annuals, complete their life cycle in just 1 year. Others, like perennials, can live for many years and go through the cycle again and again. Understanding the plant life cycle helps us appreciate the beauty and importance of plants in our world. They provide us with food, oxygen, and even medicine. So the next time you see a plant growing, remember the amazing journey it's been through. From a tiny seed to a beautiful flower or a delicious fruit, it's all part of the incredible plant life cycle.
Incredible inventors and their amazing creations. Let's take a journey through time to learn about some incredible inventors and their awesome creations. First up is Ibn al-Haytham. He was a clever scientist from long ago who discovered many things about light and how it travels. One of his greatest inventions was the camera obscura, which helped people understand how light works. Thanks to him, we have cameras today. Next, let's talk about Abbas ibn Firnas. He was a daring inventor who lived over 1,000 years ago. Abbas ibn Firnas built himself wings and tried to fly like a bird. Although he didn't fly very far, he inspired others to dream big and explore new ideas. Now, let's fast forward to more recent times. Have you ever heard of the light bulb? It was invented by Thomas Edison, and it changed the way we live. Before light bulbs, people had to use candles or gas lamps to light their homes. But thanks to Edison's invention, we can have light with just the flick of a switch. And who can forget about the telephone? Alexander Graham Bell invented it over 100 years ago. With the telephone, people could talk to each other from far away, even if they were miles apart. It revolutionized communication and connected people in ways they never imagined. These inventors and their creations have made our world a brighter, more connected place. They remind us that with imagination and perseverance, anything is possible. So, next time you turn on a light or talk on the phone, remember the amazing inventors who made it all possible.
Magnetic Magic: Exploring the Power of Magnets. Have you ever played with a magnet? They're pretty cool because they have a special power called magnetism. Magnetism is a force that pulls certain materials towards it. Magnets have two ends called poles, a north pole and a south pole. When you bring the north pole of one magnet close to the south pole of another magnet, they attract each other. But if you try to bring two north poles or two south poles together, they push away. This is called repulsion. Magnets can attract certain metals like iron, nickel, and cobalt. That's why they stick to things like fridge doors and metal toys. But magnets aren't just for sticking things together. They also have other cool powers. For example, magnets can make compasses point north. That's because the needle inside a compass is magnetized and aligns itself with Earth's magnetic field. Magnets are used in lots of things we use every day, like electric motors, speakers, and even credit cards. They help make our technology work. Scientists are always learning more about magnets and how they work. They even study things called magnetic fields, which are invisible areas around magnets where their power is strongest. So, the next time you play with a magnet, remember that you're exploring the magical world of magnetism. A force that's full of surprises and powers.
Ocean Adventures: Exploring the Amazing World of Sea Creatures. The ocean is like a big, watery world full of creatures big and small. Let's dive in and learn about the fascinating life that lives beneath the waves. First, there are fish. Fish come in all colors and sizes. Some fish, like clownfish, live in colorful coral reefs. Others, like sharks, roam the open ocean. Fish use their fins to swim and their gills to breathe underwater. Then, there are sea turtles. These gentle creatures glide gracefully through the water with their flippers. Sea turtles can live for a long time and travel thousands of miles across the ocean. Don't forget about dolphins and whales. These mammals are super smart and love to play in the waves. Dolphins leap out of the water and do flips, while whales sing beautiful songs underwater. And let's not leave out the tiny creatures like plankton and jellyfish. Plankton are like tiny plants and animals that drift with the ocean currents. Jellyfish have soft bodies and stinging tentacles to catch their prey. The ocean is also home to amazing habitats like coral reefs, where colorful fish dart in and out of hiding spots. And don't forget about the deep sea, where strange creatures like anglerfish and giant squids live in the darkness. Exploring ocean life is like going on an underwater adventure. There's so much to discover and learn about the creatures that call the ocean home. So, the next time you're at the beach, take a moment to appreciate the incredible world beneath the waves.